bit of old Indian magic.
It's beautiful.
In this episode, Masterchef Singapore's Vasun is an advocate of slow food made the traditional South Indian way at her private dining outfit, Cutlery Optional. But sometimes, she too reaches for some instant gratification.
I'm here today with Vasun. Thank you for welcoming me into your lovely home, Vasun.
Thank you for coming, May.
Now, I've been here before for a very stupendous meal cooked by your lovely hands.
So I host people who come here for either a South Indian meal, and I try to make more traditional foods.
Well, I know you as somebody who's very good at making everything from scratch. But today, we are going to have a little taste of Vasun's favorite instant noodle dish.
So recently I ate this pretty good mian. I always like to Indianize everything that I eat. So when I see meat sauce, I saw, hey, this looks like really nice for a version of keema. So it's like Indian bolognese in a way, but with Indian flavors.
Yeah.
Yes, and it goes very well because I think Korean and Indian flavors have a lot in common. So today I will use the seasoning for the ramen packet, but with a lot more Indian flavors, freshness injected. So if you're wondering why I have so many ingredients, I usually have all this in my fridge all the time.
We've got lots of spices. We've got cardamom, cloves, cinnamon.
So this goes into the oil, the base. And then we have the mincemeat for the keema base. The tofu helps to cut the spice and the heat and gives it nice flavor in between. And then curry powder to counter the Korean flavor. So I mix the two together, and actually it's quite interesting together.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, what's the first step?
We're going to begin making the keema part. We're going to roughly chop some of these, and then we're going to pound them to make a very coarse paste. You can either do that or you can mince it. It's more fun to bash things in the middle of the night.
Yeah, we're doing things the traditional way also.
So this one, I usually don't bash it. You don't really want very, very hot. Mistake.
Delicious.
Roughly chop to pound. And like ginger, you just need a little bit as well. Just like, that's it. So there's a bit of an art to it. Add a little bit. To prevent things from escaping, you use your hands to cover a little bit.
See.
So would you like to try?
I would, if you trust me with your mortar and pestle. That's a family heirloom.
It won't break. Your feet might.
So I'm squishing, or am I just going like this?
Just take out all your frustration and bang it.
Oh well, why didn't you say so earlier? How am I doing?
Great. I think that's enough, yeah.
It sounds squelchy now.
So you can do the same with the ginger and garlic as well.
Now, compared to using a blender, does this give better flavor?
It depends on what you're looking for. If you want something that has a bit of nubbly bits where the garlic is a little bit charred on one side, it's more fun to eat. But smashing it releases a lot more flavor. Because you're smashing it just before you're cooking, so the flavors will be even more intense.
Am I good? Am I showing aptitude for this?
CNA correspondent / mortar and pestle aficionado.
That should go on my LinkedIn.
So what we're going to do first is we're going to bloom the spices in hot oil. I think it comes with a chili oil inside. So this is a spicy one. So we add a little bit of oil, also the chili oil. We add a little bit of just a small cassia piece, 2 cardamoms, just to infuse a little bit more Indian flavors. A little bit of curry leaves first. It will sputter. Ooh, I can smell that. Bit of onion.
Smells so good.
This is my favorite part actually of cooking.
Why is that?
I don't know, it makes me salivate.
So I pegged you as somebody who does not eat processed foods because you make everything from scratch.
The irony, right? I enjoy all kinds of food. I don't yuck people's yum. I think there's a time and place for everything. So if it's instant noodles, it does what it is. It's instant. It gives you instant gratification, the flavor.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add a little bit of the curry powder.
Time for curry powder.
And the seasoning mix.
All of it?
Yes.
Look at me cooking.
So then in goes our meat. So you don't really need to add any salt because there's a lot in the seasoning. Oh, that
Getting
doesn't
you
work
right
here.
in the face.
And then you just add a bit of tofu. You're actually done now. Now I'm going to add a little bit extra to my instant noodles and infuse it with a little bit of smoked aroma.
Ooh, something.
I use some coconut briquettes.
Have you
So
done
have to
this before?
Yes.
You do this frequently?
Sometimes for certain foods, especially a very rich, meaty sauce, it cuts through the richness quite well because it gives it a nice finishing aroma. So to light the briquettes to charcoal, some modern action for an ancient method.
That's not fancy at all.
Just stand back a little bit. So don't touch it. And that's why you only use the metal container. Immediately.
Drizzle some ghee on top.
Yep.
Wow.
And you close the lid. Pretty sure it's Michelin star instant noodles. So I'm gonna open the lid and you can see it. Wow. There you go. A little bit of old Indian magic.
It's beautiful.
It's a simple technique. Before Michelin stars were invented, Indians had it pat down, but
The taste test.
oh, I can smell it as well.
Thank you.
Let's go for it. Can you smell it? The buttery kind of a smokiness. I'm not making it up, right? You can taste the difference,
I
isn't it?
can. Yeah, I can smell it. I can taste it.
I'm not sure how it works, the science of it, but the smokiness tastes buttery.
Definitely takes it to the next level.
Yes. After we're finished with the meat sauce, we're gonna cook the noodles and then combine them together.
This is the step where I usually start.
So packet instructions for this noodles was 2 minutes. So we'll boil it just under, and the other one as well. There's a bit of water already. Enough. Do you like it a little spicy?
Yes.
Okay. I actually find that this is not too spicy when you add the keema. So go for it.
All
Let's
of
see.
it?
Spicy. Okay. And a bit of the chili oil.
Yes.
Ooh, this is quite hot. So you can toss it.
I feel very powerful with these chopsticks.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, teacher.
Let's fry the egg.
Okay.
And I have a shell inside.
I'll pretend I didn't see it.
Okay, I think that's good. Here you go, May. I heard you're hangry.
What gave you that idea?
A little bit of lime.
Oh, the color on that. Oh, it smells amazing.
Wow. You can actually smell and taste the smoky butteriness of the keema. This heat builds slowly. More so for I think it's the hot seasoning from the instant noodle packet.
And it's acid, and there's a bit of sweetness.
You add a bit of
and
sambal.
it's meaty. Oh my goodness. I also think the smokiness plays a really big part in upping the enjoyment level of this dish.
It brings it up to a non-instant noodle level.
It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your instant noodle dish with me.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for trying it together with me.
It's such a good dish,
It's such a simple dish that I've complicated actually.
but in the best possible way.
How else would you eat instant noodles?
How else?
Yeah.
I don't know.